You can hear her ticking and talking over there. She's been out a couple of times here lately. Got inspected the other day. So I got to tell you, if you don't ride one for a while and then you ride one, you do kind of remember why you got the thing. It's very freeing. And if you get one of these, get better pipes, exhaust pipes, and wrap them, and you'll be 20 or 30 degrees cooler while riding. I can guarantee you. It is so much more pleasant. It's a beautiful day here anyway, considering what time of year it is. Let's see. I got some stuff today. This is an upcoming video for the motor grader. I'm going to install this mechanical fuel temperature gauge. It's so funny because Sean told me that already had a problem with that. So somebody ran it a little hot because the cooling fan hit the fan belt, and just gosh, it's just I don't know how they survive in that world. So who knows? Let's see if I can find it now. Who knows? Did it blow off? Nope. That did though. If that did, something else might have. It did. One thing leads to another. I'll tell you guys a secret. If you have, just put that there. You gotta have your big Harley chain when you ride. It does pay because your wallet falls out. I actually had that happen one time. I had a wallet fall out and the chain saved it, and it didn't get caught in spokes or nothing. So it does work. Okay, who knows what this is? I've seen 2 cars in the past several months that have had leaky oil pressure gauges, the old-fashioned kind, and it's because they didn't know this existed. You have to get this little leather gasket or make one. You really shouldn't. A rubber O-ring doesn't work as well. You want to use leather. They're only a few cents. You can get them at various places, and there it is. So you've got to have that or it will weep upon you. I got these today. So in another upcoming video, I will be installing these. You'll get 2 sets of them on the Austin Healey starter. Here's all the other starter parts. I hope that's all I need. Ooh, yeah, just nice little breeze. I'll take it. I am not complaining. Let's just put those there. And let's see, I'm going to leave my phone there, all my other keys, put my hair thing on. And let's walk over and look at today's endeavor. I was thinking, this is the Austin Healey original hardtop. It's hard to get to because I got so much stuff going on. But I would like to get it up there. So I was thinking of getting some kind of winch or track system to pick some heavier stuff up there to get it out of my way and not go clunk, clunk, clunk up the steps. So I got a nice beam right there. Now these trusses, I don't know if I would depend on too much to take a load on the bottom beam, but if you drilled a hole in the upper angle beam, you might could do something and get another electric winch like I have on the gantry over there. I'm not going to go in, but that electric winch right there. If you put something like that here, you could pull stuff up and get it off the floor down here. If I could get rid of that thing, I could get somewhere around this place. So let's, that is the ongoing joke. I got to pull the, here, I'll just show you. You really, I'm going to go with this coil right now because it's here, and I'm positive that I tested it in its way. But there's my ballast resistor down there. So I feel like that's going to be okay to get me started here. So I'm going to pull this cover off right now, and we're going to see where we are and find top dead center number 1. Let's forget about this for now. Ooh, look at all the tools I got there. I got to put all that away. Almost forgot. Look how good my oil, powder coated oil filter housing looks, and I don't see any big drops of oil down there. It could be hard to see anyway with all that cat litter down there. So I'm going to do find the hot spot on the starter trick to do the wiring trick that I talked about the other day. I know I got the fan blowing, it's hot. Here it is, found pretty soon, didn't it? So we're going to talk about this. I'm going to pull the thing off. Hang on a minute. I keep saying, I keep threatening to do it, but I don't ever do it. So we're going to do the hot start, cool running, don't blow up your coil wiring thing in just a minute. Oh, okay, we're recording. Okay, good. So, got all of these off, whatever that says to you. And then you take this off, the very highly sought after valve cover of this particular, this is plastic here, so I'm not going to worry about scratching anything. And that is a C14987. Good luck finding those and getting out of it cheap. So, boy, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Let's see here. Here's your camshaft. Well, you know this one is going into intake mode because it goes this way, and this is the intake side. And you know this one is certainly engaged therein, so that's not coming up on a firing stroke. Now is it? That one's engaged. That one is getting ready to go in. This one looks like the one for me because if you went back 10 degrees, I'm thinking we're top dead center. Number one, this is number one back here. That's number 6. And not a bad idea to check your head bolt torques too while you're at it. So I think if I was 10 degrees back, this would be the one. So that means this piston ought to be down a little bit. So let's see if that's true. Okay, so I've already looked at it and it is, but use the dull end of something or wood and you will see that the piston's just right there. So this one has taken in its gas air, so this is going to be firing right there. This one's going to be firing right there. See the mark? And that means, let's see, where am I on my diagramming here? There we are. See, I'm nowhere near that. Let's just get it going. So I'll just show you what it ends up to be. So the firing order, we're going to start with number 1 instead of number 6. So it just depends on what your camshaft is telling you. That's all I can say to you. I wanted to show this one more time. I clipped the electrode and it looks like that. Focus is pretty good, give it half a chance. And that's supposed to help the the spark work a little better and not get in the way of itself, I guess is the best way to describe it. So we're going to try it, and in aviation plugs and other plugs I've dealt with, you hardly ever see the electrode, the earthing strap over the electrode, the part poking up at you out of the ceramics. And I've seen it all, man. I've seen broken ceramics here and all that other stuff, but we won't go into that right now. Let's get it timed and get the timing going and everything like that. I don't think I'm going to give her a crank today. I might crank her over to see if I get oil pressure, since we haven't done that yet. All the oil's in there, but we haven't done that yet. I'm starting to get lonesome. It's back. Not Sean, the little motor grader. This is the big motor grader. On the other side is the little motor grader, Sean. But she's back, so I can put the. How do can I get there from here? So let's go back over here, and I'm trying to sort out the wiring for this thing because I got this reduction gear starter, and I just want to make it as clean and nice and original looking as I can. But you can tell that I have the sparking wires back on it. Let's talk about that. I don't think it's going to make too much wind noise. I know you're sick of looking at it, but this stuff's important. So where 1 is where 3 starts for me. So my 1 is 3, and then you just follow the order 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, and you look at your camshaft, and then you know. So that ought to fire up. Now I got to get oil pressure to her, so I'm stopping the petrol from going in her. I do not like this method, but damn if it don't work. I wish there was some kind of on-off thing here. Maybe I can get something to plumb right here that I could trust a little more than something just in line, on the rubber line, I should say. So we're just about ready once I sort out what I want to do between the ballast resistor and a hot start and everything else. So I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll see. Sit down. All right, don't sit down. Yo, hay shaker.
Yo, hay shaker.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you looking at the fountain out there?
Yeah. See the fountain.
Okay. See the fountain, and all you gotta do is that right there, and then she comes on.
Oh, okay.
Ain't that groovy?
Yeah, that's pretty good there. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
See, I got that. I promised everybody I'd show them.
Lazy man switch.
Yeah, yeah, you try to do it. Yeah, it's a lazy. Yeah,
you put all that work into it. So just so you can flip a little switch, huh?
Well, it does more than that.
What the hell's wrong with you?
No, there's a charging station there too.
Oh, okay.
See, there's
charging station. Let's don't forget about that.
I know. I always wait for you to criticize me. So no, that's for you.
You sure?
I designed that just for you because everything. We'll say hey to everybody.
What's happening?
Okay.
Everybody.
You had a big day.
Bad day.
How many motor graders do you have?
3.
And how many of them are up now?
3.
And I said it before you did. I wanted to swear before you did.
And 1 truck that's out of service, 2 trailers out of service, and 3 graders all in 2 days.
Is it the truck with all the ball tires and no trailer brakes?
Yeah,
Let's see. We're hauling 10,000 pounds on the trailer. We ain't got no trailer brakes. Brilliant.
Not anymore. We gotta fix all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, give everybody a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. We'll do it.
Are you working tomorrow?
No.
Did you? I'm not either.
Yeah.
If you're not working, I'm not working.
Right.
All right. Enough of that. So our next object, if I want to show you, is I put a fuel shutoff here. So that's, I probably need to go up there a little bit more. It looks like it's pinching. I'll move it that way. There you go. I think that'll clear the can. If it doesn't clear the air filter can, I can just spin it around or something a little bit. But, alright, so we're going to shut it off because we're going to do 2 things here at once. We are going to, well, I don't even have any idea if you can hear me. Oh, I need to show you something else too. Oh, that stuck good to whatever it stuck to. So down at the starter, I found some kind of fitting. It's hard to show you. I don't think I need to, but well, I want to. Let's direct our light a little better. So, can you see that screw that's right in the middle of the screen? I'm hoping that is hot when you turn the starter on, but it doesn't stay hot when the motor's running. Uh-oh, might be losing electricity here. I better go look at my house, make sure it's okay. Anyway, then we're going to, man, it's a little bit more gentle rain. I love my weather station. I can see how much, I'm never quite sure what's on the floor. I got 4 of these. Item number S1210, 1.6 ohm resistor. So we're going to put that in line. And I got 4 of them because I'm going to put them in all my cars to try to save the points and do that anyway. So we're gonna try that. So let me see if I can get this screw off of here. And whoa, boom. It's been a long time. It's still pouring rain. I don't have a lot more time out here, so I gotta kind of move on. So I've got, you can see this green wire, and it's going down to that little screw down there that you can't probably see. I don't know. I'm gonna get you in on that last thing I do. Might be in the storm. All right, well there it is right there. See that? That ain't it. It's down there. Bye, cracky. I'm going to get centered in on that. That's as far as I can go in. Alright, well you can see it's hooked up to what I think is going to be hot. Now we're going to achieve a couple of things here. I don't even know what's on my iMovie, so I can't remember what the history of this is. It's probably been 5 days since I've been out here. So I got my meter turned on. I got that green wire hooked up to my fluke, and I think I've got it turned to DC volts. I do. And I've got my other lead connected to earth. So this mission, as I say, is twofold. I don't know. Oh yeah, I know why. Yeah, I asked myself why don't I have any. Oh, there's my other light. Okay. Well, I need to charge that one. Let's see. Is this working? Uh-oh. No jag keys. There they are. Why come my panel? Oh, you got to have those lights on to make those lights come on. And there's my interior, and there's my, there it is. This just needs to be caressed a little bit. Can't find it in my heart to put an LED there because it just don't look right. So we've already, yeah, okay, I remember now going behind the dash and showing everybody that. So let's that turned that on when the door was on. No, I don't guess it does. And then, let's see, interior light back there comes on. Okay. And maybe that has to be on. I don't know. Why isn't that working? Okay. I don't know. I'm hoping that, why is that thing running so strong? Something's wrong. Dadgummit. Man, it's just a pain in the tail today. I'm having all kind of trouble. Okay, so she didn't have any gas. I think I took it out and put her in Bonneville. So, but you can tell my low fuel light works. That's that orange light right there. And my fuel pump's not going. So we're going to be watching this meter. Well, not so much because my wire fell. God almighty. I am sorry for all the edits. I hope the clock's running, I don't know. Okay, so here we go. I can see enough of the meter, and I got my 12 volt thing where it needs to be. I found out trouble with the map light. It's the switch is just a little old. So it'll come on if you do that. Let's try her again. So, okay, I got the fuel pressure shut off. Now we're looking for this meter, and we're looking for oil pressure to come up. God, she's probably in gear. Okay, so let's just hit this and see if we get 12 volts there. Another interesting day. Well, I got in my baby over here last evening to crank her over and do some checking on some electrical stuff, and I had nothing. I turned the key on. the fuel pump came on, and I hit the starter button, zilch. And I tell you what happened. I don't really know how it happened, but I'm glad it happened because now I can fix it. I put a reduction gear starter in this car a very long time ago, years and years now, and that kind of changes things around a little bit. Now the advantages to that is the Bendix engages the flywheel and then starts. Okay, it's not the crash and bang kind. But I had zero zilch. So if you've ever looked up the wiring diagrams on these things, depending on the automatic transmission, it's just unbelievably complicated. So there is, oh, look at that nice oil. I just want to look at that again. Look how pretty that is. Powder coating's the thing, baby. So here is the, I got the original starters. And here is the big reduction gear starter right there. Solenoid on the top and all. So I followed everything I could, and I found you can, boy, it's impossible to get in here. You see the green pull strap I just put on there? You see the big thick wire closest to us? That's of course the starter cable. And that sucker goes all the way around the front of the car. I mean, it goes all the way around. I'll take you over there in a minute. But the wire from the push button starter hooks into this thing way on the other side that you can't see. So I came over here and that wire was hanging down, obviously the other side of the starter button. And I see the big Jaguar on the side of the block there, pretty, huh? And that had fallen off. I mean, or I knocked it off when I did the oil change or something. It's not really close enough to the oil change for that to be an issue, but it fell off. So that's why I put the pull strap on there to help hold it on there. It's a large spade connector, so I'm just shocked at some things. So I'm glad it didn't happen on the road. Then glad it didn't happen when I was somewhere else. So anyway, don't get confused, because that relay right there is a horn relay. This is your control box for your, here's the back side of the car. Here's your control box for your alternator, and this is the little ED box that took me a while to figure out that controls the little ignition lamp inside the car. There is what they call your connector block right here. This is just a connector block. And I feel like they did that to have just a little tiny short cable here in case the terminal needed worked on or whatever. You wouldn't have to replace this, what do you say it is, 7 or 8 foot long battery cable that runs all along the frame underneath the expansion tank and all that other good stuff. And then goes over to the starter. Boy, that's a long way, isn't it? That's kind of scary. Makes you want to put a great big slow blow fuse in it, doesn't it? Or disconnect your battery every time. Yeah, Buddy Holly got me this battery. What a nice guy. And so I've got to kind of strap that back up again, because if you don't keep these wires up here, you'll hit the latch for the bonnet latch down. So gonna have to put that back down again. Cover those back up best you can with what you got. Your earthing strap is back here. It's you can see it right there. God, it's so hard to show you anything in this car. Make sure that's cleaned. You can just see the head of the bolt right there. So let me pull this too, and then we'll go inside. Now the reason you might wonder why they did this is because this was the first year that I think every car, almost, probably except in France, was converted to negative earth, and so people could put batteries in backwards. So if you want to blow up a really nice expensive alternator and this box and other things, you put your battery in backwards. So don't ever do that. Just always be careful. And ooh, got the handles. Wasn't even thinking about that. So I'm getting ready to disconnect this. I've got to do work back. I got to go back to the motor grader. And boys, let me tell you, it was a long night last night. Whew, good God, I was in the field with a neck bearing. Oh, I don't even want to go. I didn't even I don't even want to think about it anymore. All right, so luckily I didn't have to drive. I got a ride. So let's get in the car and I'll show you around the inside now that it starts. Oh, I want to do two things. That's right. I want to check that green wire to see if it energizes with just the push button on the starter going, and that'll be part of my ignition system for the direct ignition, and then bouncing back to the ballast resistor. We'll go into that. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. And I want to get the oil pressure up in it because I haven't turned it over since I changed the oil in it about a week ago now. So let's go see how long it takes to get oil pressure up. And the oil pressure in this thing is usually quite phenomenal since I've rebuilt this whole motor. All right, let's get inside. Okay, this is going to take a long time, so let's get in the car like I promised. Now, you know, a lot of people will pull tie so hard it's ridiculous. You just want to hold stuff out of the way sometime. I just want this bar right here, this bar right there to be clear for the latch to work. That's all I want. And so you can just pull those wires back. I don't think I'm going to need this one in the car. All right. Is another hot one. Ow. Oh, I know what I wanted to do and didn't do it, so hang on. This is the inside of a Series 1 4.2 1967 fixed head coupe. And I don't know what to tell you about how the beauty of it all. There's a little bit of ugly because of this hazard warning thing. I don't like that, but you don't take things out of these without you know, doing it. Here's your fresh air. See, you get all the fresh air you could ever want out of a hole about that big right there. Oh, but there's another one over there. And they just don't get that much fresh air in here. It's one of the complaints. This car, of course, didn't come with air conditioning. I don't think they even made with air conditioning then. So here's your controllers for your cold, hot. Let's put that back on cold. Let's have the air on, heat off. There's your choke control. I am going to turn the ignition on because there's no ignition there. But when you turn the choke on, you get this. It's called a jewel right there. And you can see I got low fuel. My low fuel lamp works, and I'll have to turn this on and off. But you can see my ignition lamp works, and that's the original sticker that came on it when it was new on the speedometer. There's your brake fluid indicator. That just means that my handbrake is up, so when I put my handbrake down, it'll go out. That has double warning, brake fluid and handbrake. There's a little switch right down here, so once you take the seat out, you can get right to it. So I've done this a couple of times. So this is your headlamp switch. It's called S for side lights. And then, woo, look at the amp meter go down. And this is your high beam. It's not in the floor and not on this switch. Your high beams are here. And, oh, come on, baby. Oh. I don't know why those aren't working. Could be because I messed with this thing. I don't know. I'll work on that later. It's always something. So let's turn the headlights off. So let's see how much time it takes to get pressure. The clock works. All right. So we're not trying. Oh, I was going to show you this. We'll do that in a minute. Let's see if this gauge comes on. Look at that. Okay. That's just what I wanted. I wanted to see if that was hot, and it is. All right, there it goes. Yay! All right, that's good enough for me. Let's go out here and check it now. It's probably going to, it says you gotta wait a minute. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, I am satisfied with what happened here. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's wait a minute and check the oil, because it ain't done till you've checked it. And now it showed full before I started this endeavor, and now it's showing. Let's Let's do it one more time, because it does say right there, stop engine, wait 1 minute. This engine's a lot like a lot of other engines. There's a bunch of dirty oil that hides up in crevices. And let's just see what we got here. You see, she is you can't really tell it probably on Cambot, but it's a full quart down now. So that's how much oil goes up into the engine. So we're going to put another quart in her. Let's just double check this thing. Yep, it's a full quart down. So let's put another quart in. All right. So bliss and bliss, because I have figured out the problem with the starter. I've got to go into town. I guess I don't got to go into town, but I'm going into town to get some stuff. So I never, ever leave this hooked up. I need both hands. I need to do a wrench on this thing. Maybe I can just get it. Let's see if I can just, yeah, there you go. Never do I leave the battery connected on this. After that starting, I probably need to put a charge on it. So let me go do all that. That's a matter of here or there. Let's make this a quick wrap of the day, because I am quickly going to be wrapped up. So I think I got this thing going. I had to clean this fuel filter because I can't get one. It'll be here tomorrow, but anyway, I've replaced all the fuel lines on this. There is a little bit of a device here to manually pump it, and Sean suggested, like they do, take the fuel cell cap off and blow some air in there with a cloth, and then that way all the fuel blows back on yourself. And so I'll have to do some laundry tonight. I don't know. I know better than to listen to what I didn't. So that thing there, and that clamp was broken, and a bing and a bang and a boom. The photo, see it. Okay, let's. Oh, okay. Let's go back over here. I am probably not going to go into any great detail about Jaguars. I watched a guy today talk about how to tell old cars. Well, I think anybody knows how to do that. But I'm going to go into this. I don't even remember what's been recorded and done. Boy, sure, it's nice and cool in here, comparatively speaking. So I took that terminal off the starter that is only hot when engaged. Okay, they're not coming here. And so it's that green wire we've discussed. And the green wire comes up and goes to the positive side of the coil. I marked that just for you. So, okay. And then the negative side goes down to the distributor and goes right there. And then the original hot, which is this one, well, you can't see without the light. See that cloth woven wire? I haven't had enough brandy if I can say things like that. Cloth woven wire. And it's right here. And this is going to the 1.6 ohm ballast resistor. And then from there up to the positive. So you're going to turn the start key and get all the beans. All the frijoles, and then when you go back to the run position, that's fine. So I'm going to clean up tomorrow, and we're going to spread this out to another episode and get this thing going. Let's see where we're standing on the battery charge. I had to crank the bejesus side of it, didn't I? Well, that's not charged up yet, but we're not going to do anything like that, you know. I guess by this point in history, they make a battery like this in AGM. So let's take this off. That's enough. Ooh, a little bit warm. And just leave it alone. That's disconnected. And let's go back in here. I'm gonna have to get a damp cloth and spend about an hour or two. You know, they used to make an acid that you could spray and eat the gunk out of wire wheels, but I bet they don't do that anymore. But nevertheless, okay, let's get this out of there, and hopefully tomorrow or the next day or something, I will be able to crank this girl up. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So those of you who love these old things, I hope that it helps. There's a couple of things I want to kind of fix up in here. I don't really know why this nut is so high up there. See, this is some big dude stuff. That stuff arcs out and you're going right to battery. There's nothing fused there. So let's call it a day here. I gotta go make dinner. Man, she is terrifically filthy, isn't she? Don't you love it? And I can't tell you. Look at this. I marvel at how good this looks. I really do. It's just everything about this car is just so special. Oh, and I don't know, my turn signals don't work. I am halfway ready to just deadhead all the stuff, get rid of this hazard warning junk, and just make nice, pure, clean turn signals. I've chased those probably since I've had this car, in one way or another, and I don't know, it just kind of grows tiresome. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe and like and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna give her a little cleaning up, a little going over, and just a picture of Vice Grip Garage, and we're gonna hopefully crank her up and tomorrow. Now I will tell you this: I went to a very special location, and I do not intend to drive this car. Obviously, I do not intend to drive it you know, probably not more than 10 miles from here, if that. So in that can right there is 110 octane leaded gas. That's racing fuel, and that might be good enough for Jaggy. I never have really given her a name. Okay, some things you just don't do that with. Bonnie, she's so sweet, and Lucy, you know, because of her red devilish eyes of taillights that day, looked like Lucifer. And Honky, I don't know where that came. Spats back there, and Gilda over there. But some things are just so wonderful that you just don't do that. So I got to get that piece of foam up in there too, like it matters. It's just that I like doing it. You know, I guess I'm one of those guys that likes doing it more than doing the mechanical work more than driving them. So everybody's got their niche, right? And we all learn that in biology. So we'll talk to you tomorrow.